So good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. It's nice to touch base with you.
It's my pleasure to be introducing and interviewing an industry leader and award winner, Edwards Buice. Edwards and I have met in an ACI, and I'll explain that shortly, event. And we also attended the AICI Global, the inaugural global conference, the virtual one. Welcome, Edwards.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. We are both members of the Association of Image Consultants International, and we attended a global conference, and it was virtual, and it was just amazing. How did you enjoy the conference?
It was the most amazing experience, especially since it was virtual. I give the conference team kudos for organizing such a fantastic conference that really touched on topics that are relevant to the fashion industry and that are making big impacts.
Oh, absolutely. I thought it was life-changing. I
Yes,
thought that every minute invested in the conference and all of the seminars was 100% valuable.
yes,
There was takeaways from everything, and I love the fact that the whole world could come together and do that.
absolutely, absolutely. And that's the key to one of the keys to being a successful individual is having a global view and interacting with cultures from all over the world. That's, being able to learn from them, they learn from us, helps us to grow individually as a person and then as a business.
Well, absolutely. I found that as the founder and creative director of David Edwards Clothier, the menswear boutique, that there were so many things that you had mentioned in your biography that probably were really helping you to excel in this conference, but also takeaways that would help your business.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's one of the main takeaways, and I think it's a very important topic today is sustainability. How can fashion make less of a footprint on the environment and how we can create clothes that are long term, not fast fashion, and also does not make an impact on the environment or animals as well. I mean,
Yes.
fashion here is to enhance, not to bring us down. Bring us down.
And I think that one of the things that really helps us as image consultants and stylists and creatives is to understand that when we invest in pieces for our wardrobe, we
Oh,
possibly use an image consultant,
sure.
or we utilize different types of stylists or things like that for ourselves. But when we're raising our vibration and elevating our image, I think one of the core things is to have your colors done to understand what to wear so that every investment you make is
Yes.
valuable.
Yes. And to elevate your wardrobe. I mean,
Mhm.
your clothes, and that's what I even have a personal image consultant, Bethany Siggins, who I've worked with for 8 years to ensure that my wardrobe is continues to elevate
Yes,
and I can communicate and continue to communicate non-verbally who I am and
yes,
love and life. And that's what I love about image consultants. You all elevate a person's individual's life, personal as well as professional. And it's just I'm impressed with what you all can accomplish with an individual or a group when you do
yes.
group seminars.
And really, for myself, my goal is to be your own kind of beautiful, which means there's no cookie cutter.
Sure.
Um, Being authentic, because being authentic with inside and out
Sure.
really is the key to being successful and manifesting what you want. Because if we're true with who we are, then
Yes.
that when we release that on the universe, we are just unstoppable.
Right. And I think there's an inner glow.
Oh,
and yourself.
Yep. You start to have confidence, you feel more comfortable, you're freer with your ideas, you're confident to speak about
Sure.
how you feel or your ideas, because so often when you're not feeling comfortable, and or let's say you're wearing something and you're constantly doing this.
Yes.
We've been in meetings with people and they're constantly adjusting the top and they're moving, and they really can't concentrate on the meeting, they can't concentrate on communicating, they can't really participate because they're not comfortable.
Right. Absolutely. And
And you never get that time back, you never get that moment of you could have made the impression back. I mean, for me, I chose this field because I wanted to dress confidently and be comfortable. I
okay.
don't want to waste a minute, I want to know the formula, I
Right.
want to be successful at it, and I want to be my own kind of beautiful every single day.
Just a person of positive energy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, life is short.
Right.
You and come from within, we say, okay, for me, I wanted the formula. I wanted to know what it was to look great every day and have that look. For
Absolutely.
you, what motivated you to start at David Edwards Men's Clothier?
One of the main reasons I wanted to start David Edwards Clothier is there's a menswear revolution occurring. The barriers for men of being having a creative wardrobe is breaking down. They're not so restricted to just whites, brown, grays, blacks. They don't have to wear just plain white shirts and then maybe a polka dot shirt tie that really make them creative. No, all that's going away, and men can express more who they are through their clothes. And I want to be part of that revolution. I want to deliver collections to men that help them stand up further out when they walk into a room, because our pieces are conversational starters. When they see the gentleman walking in, they go, "Oh, I want to go talk to that man. I want to know
Yes.
more about him." You know,
Yes. I like
so
that. I like that energy, or I like that look, or I'm attracted to that image. And that image already spoke volumes before he said a word.
absolutely. And sometimes, and this is where you all come in as well, is you help the men or your female clients, you help them break beyond those barriers that might have been put up because of the past, or they put barriers up themselves, but you can help break those down. It's like, step outside, you can wear this type of clothes, you can wear this kind of colors, especially if you're doing a digital meeting, wear something that really pops on the screen, that draws positive, not like, whoa,
Yeah.
type of look. Yeah, more like, oh, Catherine, wow, I love that blouse. Tell me more about it. Or she has knowledge. I'm gonna tap into her expertise, get her opinion about
Yes.
the topic that we're communicating. So,
And it shows a level of respect for yourself when you do show up online in powerful colors for you. Because if you're not wearing the right colors, you've already sabotaged your image.
right, absolutely,
And and this is the baby step, is getting your colors done, and then the next baby step is starting to wear those colors. So for men, it would be, okay, this is in my color palette, it makes me look healthy and powerful.
right,
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to try baby step and get a t-shirt and wear that around, see how that people react. Okay, and now I'm going to get a dress shirt because that resonated, and I'm getting more confidence. Okay, so that really worked. Okay, now I'm going to go and get this and this. And
right.
so by building, and when you do work with an image consultant, we don't say you buy the whole wardrobe.
No,
You do it in baby steps.
Right.
and you invest in each piece and you get comfortable with it. And then you go, okay, I love that color. I like
Yes.
these textures. I didn't know that silk could feel so wonderful on my skin.
Sure.
Or welcome to the world of cashmere.
Right.
Especially cashmere scarves for men. Oh, what are you wearing on date night if it's not cashmere? Yeah, like you don't wear the business shirt you wore all day and go on a date.
No,
We want luxurious, comfortable, really sexy, wonderful clothing for date night.
absolutely. And what better way to say it than cashmere? I mean,
Exactly.
you know, and
Life is
that
short. Invest well.
absolutely. And that just, it goes back to what you said. It gives respect to the individual that you are going to meet. If it's personal, a personal event, or professional, you want to dress well for them as well as for yourself.
Yes. I mean, my goodness, what if you passed a mirror?
Right.
You gotta look good. You gotta see that and go, oh, there she is.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
What are some of the types of skills that you've developed over your years of experience and life and all those things that helped you to develop your clothier?
um, I guess the biggest skill, and I think it's well, the two skills that that I found I needed, and I think it translates to life overall, is communication,
Yes.
communication, communication, and listening, listening, listening. Are the two skills that helps everybody be successful, and that's helped me as well. And listening to clients or potential clients, what are they looking for? Or is you made like this shirt, but is this the right shirt for you? And delving really into their wardrobe needs and why they chose David Edwards Clothier. And um, that's essential, especially for a client. And I will be honest with them, if a piece they're picking out just by looking at them, I know will not they will not wear well on them, I will tell them this is not the right piece for you. And if I don't have the piece, I will direct them to someone that has the collections that they would be that could give them what they're looking for. I mean, and end of the day, it's the success of the client versus myself. And then
Right.
how about yourself?
Well, I found, yes, the listening and the communication is everything because so often they have all the answers within them. They
Right.
just haven't formatted it yet. They haven't had the aha moment where they've had a sequence of questions that have guided them towards an end goal.
Correct.
And so that's where the communication comes in, absolutely. And the other thing too is the fit energetically. Do
Right.
we do we gel? Am
Yeah.
I your image consultant?
Right.
Do you feel comfortable with me? And do I feel comfortable with you? Am I in a position to support what you're manifesting, what your goals are? If
Right.
I don't align with that, then yes, I'm going to invite you to find another image consultant that will better serve you because in the end, it is about all of us fulfilling who we are and what we want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the key to their success and our success.
Absolutely.
You
Because
know?
if someone walks out the door had a negative experience with us, never fit, nothing worked,
Right.
then they go out and they say, oh, what happened? Oh, I had this horrible experience
Sure.
with an image consultant.
Right.
Oh, and we're really not here. We're not about that. We're here to be of service to our friends and our family and our community, and our clients to build them and elevate that look. Because so often, they want to walk out the door, close the door behind them and say, okay, I'm ready for adventure.
Right. And also, image consultants are good for other image consultants.
Absolutely.
And that's what's always impressed me about AICI and the members of AICI their is their spirit of entrepreneurial and their spirit of giving and helping those around them as well, of being successful. It's not about hoarding all the knowledge for themselves. It's like, oh, Catherine, I was in a similar situation. I would recommend, have you
Yes.
tried this? Or vice versa. Edwards, I saw on your website, I saw this image. Um, have you considered doing it this way? And it's just, and then recommending each other, their services to other people. I just think it's very impressive.
I think it's really important to say, yes, we are to be of service to each
Right.
other.
Correct.
There are millions and millions and millions of people in the world. There is so much abundance in the world for all of us. And I have no limiting beliefs on that. So
No,
for me, I believe that rising tides lift all ships. I,
sure.
what I have, I can share because someone helped me. Someone helped me at a crucial step in my life to get to the next level. Someone saw me and said, you know what, if I help her with this piece of information, I can help guide her to the next part of her journey. So for to be ever grateful and to be sharing what you've learned, I don't think we want to see anyone in stress.
No, not at all. And I'll take it one step further is that one of the guiding principles in Judaism is a blessing is to be shared. And
Absolutely.
and that's what I've been very blessed to have individuals in my life helping me, and I've achieved success. So I want to share that with others as well.
I
You know,
completely agree. I am here to share knowledge. I share things on Facebook. I'm here to be a participating member of my family and my friends, especially my community. And what can I do to be of service? And all of that is out of, we're filling our cup, we're filling theirs. It's so simple. And we all feel good. And that's what we're here to do is to feel good.
and that's why I was so excited to see at the conference they were talking about equality and diversity. And I think it's so, and I'm joining that committee. One of many committees I want to join is I want to, you know, AICI as well as image consultants reach out to those communities that have this beautiful creativity, but they don't have the means or have not been given the opportunities to elevate their creativity and to utilize it and to enhance the world with with the creativity. Let's reach out to them and bring them in, bring them.
Into the fold.
Yes.
There are so many gifts, and we saw that in the virtual conference.
Oh,
There are a ton of gifts out there, and when you see people start to deliver their presentations, you light up because you think, wow, I just last week was thinking I needed some more information about this, and then it comes to you just exactly when you need it, how you need it. There were so many gifts in the world. We were so blessed to see different attitudes and presentations, and just just even the way they were expressing their passion and their joy was
yes,
uplifting.
absolutely. I agree. And again, it goes back to what I said earlier. It was so nice to hear presentations from other image consultants from other areas of the world,
Oh
and
yes.
getting obtaining their perspective, which in turn helps my perspective. So it was just wonderful.
Yes. And what else was wonderful was I'd like to acknowledge that you were the AICI Midwest chapter. You were the member of the year for the chapter. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very humbled and honored to receive that award because there's so many dynamic image consultants that are members of AICI Midwest, and to to receive this award from my peers makes it even more special. That they feel like I've made a positive impact on the chapter as well as hopefully the rest of the community out there.
Oh, yes. So
And
you're going to be joining a committee and participating in that, which is wonderful.
absolutely.
It's exciting.
And then I also want to start an LGBTQ plus community as well. There are several AICI members that are part of my community, or the larger community. I think it'd be great for us to get together and build a committee LGBTQ and help diversify and bring in other members of the community as well.
We all need a voice.
Yes, that's
We
a
all
better
need a
say.
platform.
Yes,
And I think that everyone needs to know that they have that spot where they land. This
yes,
is for me, because there's nothing more more wonderful than a sense of, oh, this is my group,
yes,
no matter what it is. Whether, you see people, children get together, and I work for a school authority also full time, and you see the children get together and you see them gelling, and they're just so excited because they have their group.
yes,
And we all want that. We all want to find our group and our place where this is okay. This is where I am. I love it here. They get me. I understand the language. I understand all the stuff that's going on. I love it.
yes. And kids are wonderful. They're just
Oh,
positive bundles of energy, and I
oh
just love
yeah.
being around them. And when they ask you a question, it's not out of
There's no
meanness.
agendas.
No, they're curious. They want to know, and it's just like I love that about them.
Mhm.
Other people's kids. I don't want kids myself, but I'll be the fun uncle and the
Yeah.
good and send them home.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. Lots of fun. I
Yes.
hear you. um, so some of the obstacles that we've overcome over the years have led us to where we are in our journey right now.
Sure.
Did you have any obstacles, getting to this point where you said, okay, this is a learning opportunity for me, I'm going to embrace this, and I'm going to see that there is a teaching in it. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I'll figure it out later. And then did that catapult you into where you are today?
Absolutely. There were two obstacles that I've overcome thanks to I hired last fall a business coach, Jane Hamill, and she's been life changing for David Edwards Clothier. She's been life changing for me. And the two big obstacles that she identified was time management and then delegating. She said you can't be good in everything and the business in order for the business to be successful. You got to pick individuals that are experts in those a particular field, and there's a better return on investment if you hire them to, like I hired Kelly Bacciatore to do content. I'm not a strong writer. She's a beautiful writer. So let me pay her to write the content for the websites as well.
Yes.
And time management. It's just I
And
figured
I
out
think too, when you start out doing everything.
right.
And one of our biggest mistakes is, no, I want to be the image consultant for the world.
Yes.
Did you happen to go through that phase too? I
Yes.
want to be for everyone. I want to do everything in the whole world. And then someone says, no, that's not how it works. What? And then we get pulled in and narrowed down and said, okay, so this is your target market right here.
Yes.
So then we become more focused. And as we become more focused, we become more aware of how to address our target market, how to dress our target market, how to interact with them and how to communicate with them. Because when we're trying to be all these things to all people, we don't hit home with anyone.
No, not at all.
So that was, for me, that was a pivotal moment where someone said, no, And I had also had a business coach help me pull that in. That for me was a big one also.
Okay. What is your
And
target market? Curious.
pardon me?
Who is your target market?
My target market is for, I work with menopausal women who
Oh,
struggle with weight gain and hot flashes to dress confidently and be comfortable. That's what I do.
that's outstanding. I
So
mean,
that came from the whole world. I'm gonna take care of everyone. I'm gonna do it all. Getting a business coach and getting pulled into, there's my target market.
curious, how did you identify menopausal women to be your market?
Interesting. I went through menopause twice myself.
Okay.
I am a breast cancer survivor, so I went through chemical menopause
Okay.
20 years ago. And then what happened was then I went through natural menopause
Okay.
again.
Oh my
So
goodness.
I've gone through it twice. And really, the reason that that was my target market is because that is something I really know and understand.
Sure.
And we also look sometimes at the age grouping of ourselves and say, okay, what do you really know? I know menopause. I
Okay.
know the weight gain struggle. I know hot and cold. I know what it is to deal with the hot flashes. I know why you want to dress in layers. I understand.
Sure.
And for those women that are professional women that say, okay, I've got to go to a meeting, what can I wear
Sure.
when
Absolutely.
I get that power surge?
Yes.
So that's how that came to be for me, was that, okay, so, it was always going to be the mature woman,
Uh,
professional woman. And then the menopausal part just came out of left field and said, you are a specialist in menopause, Catherine. Not many people have got to do it twice. So that's
yes.
how that came about for me.
And you can speak their language, like you said earlier, because you've been through it not once, but twice.
Absolutely.
That makes you even more special because you can identify. And in addition to that, you're a cancer survivor. So you can communicate with women that are going through menopause and cancer survivors at the same time.
Exactly.
You know?
And with breast cancer on the rise in the
Yes.
world, the rates are on the rise. Um, for me, that is one of my niche markets
Okay. I
because
think
I understand all sorts of things about the whole chemical menopause, the natural menopause, and the things that go with it, and how to dress confidently
yes,
after these types of life-changing experiences.
you're a positive light during uh, a challenge in their life, and you're giving them the
Yes,
opportunity to evolve and move past that obstacle and look fabulous.
exactly. This too will pass.
Yes,
This too, we got this one. Okay, let's work through that. And of course, there are different things we need to discuss, but really it's the menopausal women that really resonate with me.
okay. And it just proves my point. Women are I think God's most complex creations. It's very complex. You all are very complex
Oh, yes,
and fascinating. I'm going to put that in that fascinating.
you're wonderful. So you had a business coach. I also had a business coach to help me pull in my target market. And really, I had all the answers. She
Mhm.
asked the questions in sequence and got me to the end goal of where I was and who I was, and helped me clarify all the stuff in between. And so
Yes,
for us as image consultants, we do the same thing. We look at our clients and we ask the right questions, and we start moving through and developing a relationship of trust.
yes,
And then we move through and we get to the end goal, which is look at you.
yes. And that's the key to being a successful coach. And that's what image consultants are
They're
coaching.
really life coaches.
Right. Is knowing that the individual, they have the answer. You're going to ask them the right questions and guide them to finding that answer. You're not going to sit there and tell them,
Nope,
okay, you see, because that's not going to be successful. It's got to come from them,
exactly.
the answers to it.
All I'm there to hear and
Yes,
to guide and to listen to what they're saying and say, okay, this is what I'm hearing,
right.
and move them through that process.
Plus, I have to say that image consultants save us from wardrobe malfunctions because I have Bethany on a retainer, and I will send her photographs. Oh, I'm thinking about because I like mixing patterns together and colors,
Yes,
and so she saves me from going over the cliffs. Like, oh, Edwards, pull it back, pull it way back.
I'm here to save you and
Yeah,
your pocketbook,
yeah,
because the pocketbook takes a big hit. And
yes,
the thing I've noticed is that so this is the classic line.
mhm,
Oh my gosh, I have nothing to wear. And the client is standing in front of a closet full of clothes and they have nothing to wear. What
yeah,
happens is they've been buying um, every color palette,
okay,
every pattern, every texture, everything, and it's all in the closet there. They've spent a lot of money investing in all these pieces. None of them work together. None of them probably go in the same palette. None of them are for their silhouette. None of them are for their personality or their lifestyle.
sure,
And so I say, what you've got is a closet full of orphans, orphan
yes,
item clothing that doesn't fit. You don't like it. It has the price tag on. You felt pressured to buy it. You bought it. You were emotional shopping. So rather than dealing with the issue, you went shopping and bought yourself something new to make yourself feel good. But
yes,
it doesn't fit. It doesn't look good. You don't like it, and you're not going to wear it. And you feel guilty. So it's still hanging in the closet. I have clients that have closets full of wardrobe orphans.
I love that.
Yeah.
Or I have to remember that term. You know,
Orphan clothing. It's everywhere. And that also ties into the high cost of fast fashion, is because if you're emotional shopping, I mean, I understand going window shopping because, okay, when I travel for business or whatever, first thing I want to do is hit a mall and start walking.
sure,
If I've been sitting in meetings all day, I need to walk. And
right,
if I'm going to be walking, I want to walk in a mall and okay, I'm looking at things. This is really, it's exciting and fun, but I'm not buying everything.
all right,
And we have a little rule book in our house, and we have the Swatch Wallet, my husband and I. And
okay,
if the color is not in your Swatch Wallet, you don't buy it. It's
good,
very simple. So
yes,
we've stopped the wrong colored clothing coming into our wardrobes.
sure, absolutely, and
For me, I
that's,
promote investing well,
yes,
and to support the sustainability of buy great clothing, buy the best clothing in your budget, buy what you need. Let's build a capsule and let's work that capsule. And let's start with maybe the next one next season or next year.
sure, and great pieces last
Oh,
for years. And today, with the boundaries that people can use, some pieces can be used cross seasons. It doesn't have to be just winter. It can cross over into spring, or summer can cross over into fall, which
so
is
many items are 3-season now,
yes, yes,
especially with layering. I mean, you wear a shell top, a sleeveless shell top, you
yeah,
can wear that 4 seasons,
sure,
depending on how you're layering and what you're doing with it. And if it's in your color palette, well, it's always going to make you look healthy and powerful.
absolutely, absolutely. In fact, I even wear this shirt. It's more of a summer floral shirt, but I wear it in the winter as well underneath a great cashmere sweater or under a blazer, just to give that little yes, precisely. You
Fun.
know,
Let's have a
yes,
little fun. Let's, pick it up a bit. Let's just enjoy our day, because, there might be a mirror out there.
yes, absolutely. Especially in our sections of the country, being in the northern part of northern North America, it tends to be kind of gray
Yeah.
during the winter, and it's nice to see that little pop of color instead of just a sea of
Black.
grays and blacks. It's like, oh, And I think that's when color really comes into play, is even more so in the winter. And there's so many fantastic colors men and women can wear.
Mm.
That's, you know,
There's so much opportunity
yes,
to shine.
yes.
I completely agree.
And that's one area that I think image consultants, that's untapped market for image consulting, is helping men with their color. Um, helping them identify what's the right color, what's my color family that I can use to elevate my wardrobe
Exactly.
and eliminate the orphans.
Yeah, get rid of the orphans. Let's work on, investing in great clothing. Let's
Yes,
get clothing that is sustainable and well made.
yes,
Let's look at getting clothes that we're going to wear and love all the
yes,
time.
yes, absolutely.
So I have certain things that I will go to over and over again. I say, okay, so lesson to you is that's yours. You really love that kind of thing. So let's get a few more of those.
Sure.
I mean, if I find a pair of shoes I like and I really like them, I buy every color in my palette. I don't
Okay.
mind having three pairs of the same style as long as
Sure.
I love all the colors. And
Yeah,
and life is short. Let's have some fun. I'm not saying buying everything, but buy what you love and you will wear and enjoy.
absolutely. Let me ask you this. Speaking of communication, if you're working with the client and going through their closet and they are being resistant toward taking some of the orphans out, how do you communicate to them that this is in their best interest? This is not the right piece for their wardrobe or for
Right.
the.
So there was something that happened that initiated the purchase of that item.
Okay.
So you could ask them to take it out and try it on, and you simply ask them to tell you
Mm,
what they describe this outfit to me,
certainly.
and let them put the words to that outfit or that item of clothing
Beautiful.
because they already have the words.
Sure.
So let their words, and then so what you do is when they are, and then when they're talking, they'll resolve that item when they're
Yeah.
speaking.
Oh, so
So
they
you say,
decide.
oh, so please describe that outfit to me, please.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so what does that outfit say to you?
Sure.
Let it all come from them. Let them purge and release. And then you can move on to the next step, because we're not going to, we're coming from a non-judgmental place. We
Yes.
do want them in the beginning baby steps to start formulating and saying the words that they need to say to describe certain clothes.
Sure.
And if they say, well, I don't really know why I bought it or whatever, and then you can go into, okay, well, the color seems a bit light for you. I would suggest a warmer color, other things for hemlines that are not supporting their stature could be, okay, so with taller stature, longer hemlines.
Okay.
So you have those types of things where you just go through that and you say, okay, and then they can resonate with that for a bit.
Absolutely. I love that. I mean, that's why you and other image consultants are successful, because you, again, like we said, you help the client find the answer that's with them. They know it. You just got to
Yes,
guide them to find it.
exactly.
You know? So
I've so enjoyed this,
me
Edwards. Thank you so much. And I do want to celebrate again why it's so wonderful to be, the member of the chapter of the year. That's just such a wonderful acknowledgement.
yes, thank you.
And recognition is so wonderful for all of us. And I'm grateful that we had this time together to share this interview. You are an industry leader, and I have so enjoyed your company. And I look forward to doing this again, maybe in a short while when we have time to meet up again.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of technology. We can always communicate and meet up. So, and thanks for having me. I've loved this. I love a good conversation, and this is what you provided today. So the privilege has been all mine. The pleasure been all
Thank
mine.
you. Thank you. I look
So,
forward to seeing you again. And my name is Catherine Baxter with Chic Image Consulting. And yes, we both want you to be your own kind of beautiful. Thank you.